What's up, Aquarius? Welcome to your 2019 theme reading. I had a lot of requests for, people wanting me to do a year ahead read for 2019, and I was kind of like, didn't really want to do that. I am planning on forecasting for you guys ahead of time, but because it is such a larger audience and such a general audience, I did want to break it down a little bit more. So you can be expecting, which I haven't decided yet. I need to go meditate on it and see how I feel, but either I'll do 6 months, like first half of the year, second half of the year, or I'll break it down into quarters. I'm not quite sure how I want to do it, but you can be expecting the first installment of those videos to come out next month in January with the regular general and love readings as well, okay? So I do want to forecast for you guys. I just want to break it down. Feel me? But I'm really excited to do this reading for you guys because I think there's a lot to look forward to in terms of personal development for the most part for you guys. Now, I've already pulled the cards. This is meant to be just kind of like a quick little look-see, kind of give you your theme. What I will say is this year feels like the completion of breaking old habits, busting old cycles, that type of a thing. In this read, you guys got the Death card and the Tower card, and I don't want you to be scared about that. I actually think it's it's really good, especially the placements of it. I feel like Aquarius, you guys overall have been working on a lot of things in terms of like your self-development and being a little bit more selfless. I don't want to say that you guys are selfish because I don't think you guys are selfish like that. But the thing is with you guys, you can come off to other people as selfish because Aquariuses, as we know, they don't like making decisions based on emotions. You guys can be very aloof, right? So someone who's dealing with you like on an intimate level or, any kind of level, they can read you as, oh, this cold-hearted, selfish-ass bitch. Sorry, not what I think. I love you guys. I love Aquariuses. I just know how you guys can come off. And I know how that can leave people feeling. So I do feel like you guys, at the end of the day, will be cutting out some of these behaviors or habits that make you appear like you don't care, don't have time, don't agree, right? Don't, like, all these problematic things that I feel like a lot of you guys have faced in 2018. I mean, a lot of the reads have been based around, people feeling like you guys were being selfish or feeling people like you weren't showing your true self or, weren't expressing in ways that they needed to. I do feel like there's like massive improvement on that. So that's really, really good. And I feel like in terms of like money's going to be cute, honey, because one thing is you guys are starting out with the Queen of Pentacles, right? Queen of Pentacles, this woman has dough, okay? With or without anybody. She is a go-getter. She's very grounded. She's very down to earth in every single way, right? She's like the mom. She's got a business. She's got a green thumb. She likes to do outdoorsy shit. She's really like connected to nature, that kind of thing, which I feel like you guys will actually be very much in terms of, yes, money will be cute. Money will be building. Money will be growing. A lot of you guys will be building like your own empire in a way, right? But I do feel like you guys are going to be also just a little bit more, feeling more grounded, feeling a little bit more stable, right? In things, in your decisions, in your relationships with people, in your financial situation. I think you're just going to be feeling a little bit more grounded, okay? Now, you guys are air signs. Air, we flow. We flow. And you guys are like the progressive airs, like progressive, right? But I just feel, I don't know. I just feel like there's just more comfort in your stability overall and not just in a material sense. But I feel like you guys are going to be coming into a more comfortable place, even in your relationships, your dealings with people and all that. And I think that will be too, have that effect, which is why people feel like you're like just a little bit easier. I feel like you'll be a little bit more easier, a little bit more approachable this year, which is really, really good. Now, departing energy from last year. some of you guys are kicking habits. Like some of you guys are literally kicking habits, right? Because the Nine of Cups can talk about like too much alcohol, that kind of thing, overindulging, could be even too much shopping, too much whatever. It can be a card of too much. Now, where I feel like you guys will be very satisfied and definitely in terms of like loving yourself, I do feel like there will be habits that will be kicked for some of you. So if some of you guys have been trying to stop drinking, stop smoking, whatever, this year will be very successful for you guys in that. I think that's really good. But again, you know, this person, he's sitting there by himself and he's satisfied. Again, he can appear selfish to people, right? Because you're looking at this one guy and you're like, why the fuck do you have 9 bottles or nine, you know, 9 cups all to yourself? Like, what kind of shit is that? You know what I'm saying? I feel like you guys are kicking that. I feel like you guys are kicking that view of people looking at you like you can be selfish and standoffish into yourself. I feel like there's going to be more of a sense of community for you guys this year, which is really exciting. Yeah, really, really exciting. So all that shit's kind of the past. Now, your communication, I feel like a lot of you guys are learning how to communicate with people differently. I feel like you guys are learning how to go about things differently, right? Because again, Aquarius can be a little bit more aloof, right? You know, you're air sign, so you don't really like to get too deep into the feelings thing. Let's go for what makes sense. Like, this is logical. This is what makes sense. This is what we're doing. But I feel you guys are changing your perspective on certain things, but I feel like you're also learning how to communicate a little bit differently, right? The Page of Swords, Page is, it's a young energy. It's also very much a learner energy, right? So each page is learning about the world around them pertaining to that suit. Swords is all about communication. It's all about thinking, right? So I feel like in terms of that, you guys will be expressing yourself differently in ways that I feel like you'll be able to be a little bit more received this year. So that's really good. So in terms of like those of you who guys have been feeling like you're misunderstood and like people look at you like you're that selfish person or look at you like you don't have feelings, like you're part demon and don't have a heart type thing. Like really people play you guys to the left like that and you're not, you're good people. But in terms of that, I feel like that will be changing. That will be changing. And that does have to do a lot with, number one, for some of you guys, kicking habits that you guys have had that don't serve you. And it doesn't have to be like an alcohol or a drug problem. It can just be a habit of the way you think. It could be a habit of, you know, whatever's toxic and wasn't working for you guys. I feel like you guys are getting a little bit more grounded and kicking the habits and kind of changing your perspective. And, you know, it will help for people to receive you better. So I think that's really good. Now, this next card, you guys got the same exact as Capricorn and in the same exact placement. So especially for those of you who are Capricorn, Aquarius, Cuspies, I suggest you watch it. But this is really good. So this is future opportunities. Again, money is going to be very good, right? I feel like you guys are going to be coming into good money situations. If you've been having a hard time with money, things are going to kind of balance out, right? The scales are going to finally be balanced. If you feel like you've been giving more to situations and more to things, then I feel like it'll balance out. If there's some people around you who feel like they've been giving more to you or more to things, either way, it's going to be balanced out. But I feel like you guys are really building in terms of money. I think that's going to be really, really good. That's something to really look forward to. And I do feel like a lot of you guys are going to be putting yourself out there in terms of, you know, philanthropy, like maybe giving money out, you know, when you can, and or maybe volunteering your time in ways that you can. There is going to be more of this. You guys are going to be more giving. Like people, I feel like, are just going to receive you in a different way. Like people aren't going to be able to say so much like, damn, Aquarius doesn't have feelings, because yeah, you do. And I feel like you guys are going to be finding the balance in that this year to where you still feel like yourself and you can still feel comfortable, right? But again, going back to like how the people around you and the people around you who matter the most, because let's not get it twisted. I know Aquarius isn't concerned with like trying to be a fucking people pleaser for everybody. Like you guys really are like that sign who's like, you know, you can fucking kick rocks. But to the people that do matter to you and the people that maybe have had these issues with you and you've seen that struggle and you want to make it better, these people, the people who actually matter, that's where these new changes are going to come in and actually be really good for you. Okay, so I think it's going to be really good for you. Now, don't be resisting. Okay, this is upcoming obstacles. I feel like this is a lot. I feel like this is really a lot for you guys. Dying. Letting old bad habits die and coming into new things. And I feel like whenever we're trying to learn something new, or whenever we're trying to stretch ourselves, expand ourselves, we always get uncomfortable. That's all of us. It's human nature. And there is that little bit of like like that resistance and that fight back. But I feel like you guys should just fall into the death energy, because regardless, the tower's going to come anyways. So whatever you feel like you can't handle on your own, don't worry, honey. God's got you, and changes will be made. And changes will be made for the better, right? Do not ever get scared when you see death card or tower card. People are scared of both of them, and I love them both. Because the death card, first of all, it's things that needed to die. The death card is like that slow death. It's things that we've seen coming for a while that needed to be done, needed to die off. And it's funny, this is right underneath this Nine of Cups card where I was talking about vices. So for a lot of you guys, it may be some bad habits that will die off in terms of, alcohol, drugs, that type of thing. But whatever it is, the death card, it's beautiful, because a death also, and sin, like there's always going to be a rebirth, right? There's always going to be a rebirth. So let the old things that aren't working die off. Let the things that have not served you die off. Let the old ways of thinking and being and whatever, let them die so that new beautiful things can grow. All you're doing is creating space for better, right? And then whatever doesn't, look, it's going to get knocked out. So it's like, this death card is in your upcoming obstacles. I think this is saying, like, just don't resist it. Go with the flow of it. I know it's uncomfortable. I know this is uncomfortable. I feel like you guys are really changing the way you deal with people, and the way you deal with people that you love the most. And it's uncomfortable, because it's like you've been living however many years doing things one way, and then now all of a sudden shit's changing. But guess what? Death and tower come for a reason, for the better. Tower, I love the tower card. Yeah, it may seem radical. Yeah, it seems like things just kind of get swept out of your feet, out of the, out under your feet and all this stuff. And you're just kind of like, whoa, what happened? But the tower card is amazing, because it's getting rid of things that need to get rid of anyways. It's like there wasn't strong foundation here. Why would we keep building on this shit if it's not working, right? So that's like help for you. I feel like the thing is, let this death come, let this tower come, let it come. Changes are happening, and it's going to be uncomfortable, but these changes are fabulous. Like, they're amazing. Again, money is going to be really cute. You guys are really coming into like financial abundance here and feeling very solid and stable in your things. If there's vices or any bad habits, any old behaviors, including, the way you deal with people, the way you talk to people, the way you come off to people, that's going to be wiped away, right? It's like, you guys are so amazing, but it's like you're going to get like a Aquarius 2.0, like a reboot, like a whole level up. So I think that you guys should be really excited for this year, okay? Because you've got lots to come. So yeah, that's it. And I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you next year. Happy New Year, guys. Everybody be safe. Be safe. Okay? Love you. Bye.